of course, I tend to look at how we're impacted, and here in California, we are already impacted. It's not just about the water, but I think for us in this state, our most efficient water storage is snowpack in the Sierras, and we know that that is exactly what our problem is right now. We're not having that there to melt throughout the season to feed into the places that we can then move it around, and we see that as very real in our future, so that's a very real issue. We know that it's not just the high temperatures, it's nighttime temperatures, as an example, that have a huge impact on things like premium wine grapes and our fruit crops in this state. It's also the lack of winter chill hours, which then moves us out of certain markets and will cause us to have to look at other potential locations to grow a lot of the fruits and nuts and vegetables that we have here. And it's also more weeds, which also causes a water problem and really destroys ecosystems. And it's invasive pests. We're seeing pests that we've never seen here before. Part of that is just because we have global trade and people moving around the globe. But we are also seeing that in our forests as well as in our ag lands of pests occurring in places and zones that they never did before. All of those are huge impacts. On the other hand, I do want to say your percentage for the ag contribution to climate change is on a global basis. In California, it's about 8%.
Yep.
So I just wanted to assure you that globally we have huge issues, but that's exactly where, if we were to think about our farms and how we farm in a more holistic way and how we want to address certain issues and take it out of the silos and take a more integrated resource management approach, holistic approach, and think about, and what we're trying to do here in this state with Governor Brown's leadership on climate change, both mitigation and adaptation. When we improve our irrigation practices, we're using less water, we're using less energy, we're reducing greenhouse gas emissions. When we take that kind of holistic approach and really help our farmers have access to those tools and those technologies, we can mitigate and also adapt along the way. We need to have more public funding of agricultural research to improve our varietals so that we can adapt to those temperatures, and that's been identified. We do need to do more to invest in soil health. It's like, let's go back to the future and the good old days of how do we build our resiliency and our soil health. There's a lot of things that we can do that can help the smallest growers anywhere on the planet, but also are important for what we do here.